Reed, what up, bro? You going to work your team? I'll let you. Shout out to the Lost Boys. Y'all stay intact, all right? Peace, right here in the building.
REED-BBS, BBS. Let's wrap up the weekend that was. Janibek Alamhanallah defended his IBF and WBO middleweight titles with a 5th-round stoppage in his Kazakh homecoming over the Frenchman Namasinge, he wasn't just no French pastry. He was tough, he was game, but he was ultimately dealt with. Of course, being Kazakh, Janibek is compared to Triple G. He's a damn good fighter. He's not as dramatic as Triple G, doesn't punch like Triple G. Triple G, he was the big drama show. Big drama show. There's not as much drama in Janibek fights. But again, he's a good fighter, 2016 Olympian. Like pretty much everybody else north of Tank Davis's weight class, Janibek wants a date with Canelo Alvarez. But Janibek needs to make himself a viable, attractive option for Canelo. You got 2 of the middleweight belts. Go ahead, fight Erislandy Lara for the 3rd, or fight Carlos Adames for the other belt. If you're the undisputed middleweight champion, that's an attractive fight for Canelo, who's already beaten Charlo, who was the undisputed super welterweight champion. He's about to fight Bud Crawford in September, who was the undisputed welterweight champion. Canelo himself will be the undisputed super middleweight champion again after he beats William Skull next month. So it's imperative, whoever comes out on top between Adames, Janibek, or Erislandy Lara to become undisputed, that's an easy fight to make with Canelo. But Janibek acts like he deserves it without jumping through those hoops first. Jump through those hoops, bro. Jump through those hoops. Slow Joe Joyce. How slow? Filip Hrgovic labeled him slow like fog. That's the funniest shit I heard all week. Slow like fog. Points for toughness and bravery and courage. But Joe Joyce takes a lot of hard, flush, fully torqued, fully leveraged punches. And that ain't good. When fans or broadcasters or whomever, when anybody says, oh, he couldn't miss with the right hands, oh, he couldn't miss him with the left hooks. Okay, the target that they're referring to is usually Joe Joyce, because you can't miss his big ass at all, ever. Before the fight, Joyce said, and I quote, "It's a job and it pays well," when asked about his likelihood to continue boxing. After the fight, he said, "I still have my wits about me." So there's your answer. Abdullah Mason improves to 18-0, 16 KOs, with a KO of a late replacement opponent on his birthday, no less. Happy 21st birthday to Abdullah Mason. Because this was a replacement, we didn't glean anything that we didn't already know about Mason. He's a very polished, young offensive fighter. He's got the whole bag offensively, can hurt you with either hand. He has height and range and the ability to use distance, which to me is one of his downfalls at this point. He loves to engage. He loves to engage from close range, which puts him in position to be countered. There's still quite a few openings there, but against the level of opposition he's facing, that ain't a big deal. We'll see more and learn more about Abdullah Mason as he moves up the ranks, but you can't help but like what you see at this point. Despite those 2 knockdowns he had, but that was a product of him hanging in the pocket too long, loading up on shots. Right now he's all offense. He's gonna have to learn to integrate offense with defense at some point. But I like what I'm seeing. You can't help but like what you're seeing from Abdullah Mason at this point. So keep it up, bruh. Mason's win was on the undercard, the top rank on ESPN undercard of Richard Torrez, who got a unanimous decision win in his bout. Some 6'5" dude named Guido Vianello, who was a former Olympian. Torrez, he's the Renaissance man of boxing. He does ballet, stage plays. I think he does fencing. He's a pilot. He's a very thoughtful, honest guy, and he speaks openly about his insecurities being such a small heavyweight. My man is just 6'2". And to put that in perspective, he's actually smaller than Alexander Usyk, who's a small heavyweight. Nonetheless, I like what I'm seeing from Torrez. He's aggressive. He stays on you. He realizes he's a shorter guy. So he gets low, ducks real low to avoid punishment and evade punishment. I don't see greatness in him, but I see a lot of fun fights. And with being such a thoughtful young man, he's going to be easy to root for. He did what he had to do against Villanello. We'll see how he does as Torrez increases the level of opposition. But I like what I see out of him, and he's going to be an easy guy to root for because, quite frankly, in America, we need a good heavyweight. Tim Bradley was talking about possibly matching Torrez with Jared Big Baby Anderson, and I'm all for it. At this point, Top Rank, don't pay 2 and 3 heavyweights. Have a little small round robin with them motherfuckers to find out who your best heavyweight is. And it's probably Richard Torrez at this point. 2025 is already going better for Tszyu than all of 2024 did. The man couldn't beat anybody in 2024. He gets a 4th round KO of Joey Spencer in his homecoming back in Aussie land. I oversold Spencer's ability to compete. I didn't pick him to win, but I thought he'd put up a damn good fight and test Tszyu, challenge Tszyu in some way. And Spencer, yeah, I won't say he cashed out here, but he didn't put up none of the fight I expected of him. And that's not Tszyu's fault. Tszyu did what he had to do, finished him. My man just sat there on the ropes catching punches. And, you know, they stopped the fight. It was what it was. I'd like to see Tszyu versus Thurman next because Thurman looked real good in his comeback against that Jarvis, that Palooka named Jarvis. But yeah, I'm for it. Tszyu's back on the saddle. He's confident again. So let's see Thurman Tszyu this summer, hopefully, or fall. REED-BBS, BBS. Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television! Fred Sanford of the Mystic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.